G'day everybody. Well, I'm long due for a video. I apologise I haven't been doing much. I've just been flat out with my new job. I'm a refrigeration air conditioning apprentice, by the way. That's all I can really tell you. It's awesome work we do. It's great fun. It's what I've really been looking for. But it's tiring work. I just come home on a weekend and I come out here and do some stuff, but I just haven't been up to doing videos for a while, so I just figured I'd do one today and let you know I'm still here, and I haven't run away, don't worry. Been cleaning up out here as well, so too much junk, and it's still not much better. Put a whole new shelf in up this end. I got rid of, there was this big dog kennel thing that we had, which I'd converted into a shelving rack, but we got rid of that, and some other things as well, and I've just I'm trying to categorise my stuff a bit, you know, like keep all the heavy shit down the bottom, all the big motors and refrigerant compressors and things, and you know, just have the lighter objects on up the top, you know, like got HVAC and fans and duct and stuff, and light fittings. That doesn't weigh much, so it can all stay on there, and then the bigger fittings up the top there. And yeah, by the way, I'm still in Sirens, don't worry. I will do a video on this little oil pump turbocharged siren I am building. But I made up a nice Thunderbolt style horn for it as well, which I'm going to put on the front. Just haven't had time. Again, it's one of those projects I've slowly been piecing together, but I just haven't had time to really get into it properly and show you it all. But that's a blower for it. I made out of an old vacuum cleaner motor pump thing. But that runs alright, and I'll just stuff a few PSI there, throw a bit of flexible tubing into here with a horn on, and it should be pretty loud. And even without a horn on with air going in, I've tried it before and it's pretty loud. So and on the Sirens, I am starting to get a little bit annoyed at the comments about people saying, oh, do this, do that, do this, do that to them, sort of thing, when really the people who are putting the comments probably have no idea what the parts look like. I've had so many people asking me to make a Thunderbolt siren, but really you've got to understand that this is not a machine shop, it's a small workshop. I don't have a lathe, so sadly I can't make precision parts, which is what, to make a siren that's going to run loud and is going to run, you know, to scale like a Thunderbolt, it's going to take a ridiculous amount of work, and so it's easier said than done, basically. I mean, I noticed a lot of young kids do it as well. So many people have been telling me to do the high-low signals on the Sirens with solenoids, but it's going to take more work than what it's worth, and honestly, it's bloody good on kids for getting into Sirens and you know, collecting them and doing the videos on them over in America and stuff, but all I'm going to say is just please have a basic understanding of the engineering side of how they work before thinking about putting a comment, because it is getting a bit annoying trying to explain to people how these work and why I can't do something like this. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to fit a solenoid valve to that. I don't know where I'm going to get one from, and I'm not going to bother trying because it's just not worth it. So anyway, on to other things. Doing refrigeration, we do have plenty of compressors in supply. We throw out a lot of them. Got these two the other day, the old little Unite, aka Coombs Kirby compressors. This one here allegedly runs, it's just really noisy. This one ohmed up alright, I don't know what's wrong with it. May not pump or something. And that one I pulled out the other day, it came out of a LG inverter air conditioner, which we scrapped. There's nothing wrong with the unit, it ran just fine, but they didn't want it. It was too old to really be for anyone to be bothered trying to mess around with it, so I scored the compressor out of it, which is actually a dual rotary, so that's something interesting. So yeah, plenty of compressor autopsies. Another one there, there's more on the shelf. And I'm going to do a pressure test of a evaporator coil. This one's got a leak in it somewhere. It's out of a Bromic branded refrigerator, commercial thing. It's probably a fine there's a little leak either in one of these U-bends or on their coil fins or something like that. So I'm going to fill it with water, pressurise it, and stick it on the pressure washer and just keep pumping water into it until something fails. I've got again another compressor in there. That one runs too well. There was nothing wrong with it when we pulled it out, but that's a let's just call it, that's the Embraco rip-off of one of these. They're exactly the same compressor. They've got the same start run gear and everything on them, start and run capacitor, and they've even got the terminal block on the side like that as well. So I'm going to keep that one. I might even be able to make one good compressor out of these two sort of thing and tack weld the casing back together. And yeah, more junk, another compressor. Got a PFC reactor board that came out the same unit as that compressor. Again, that'll be really useful for something like a lighting ballast, because this does the job of a PFC capacitor sort of thing, but you get even smoother AC out, so that'll be useful. Another big ass capacitor, compressor starting relay, another gear for a probably one of those, maybe, I don't know. Got more little DC fan motors and things. There's lots and lots of stuff to play around with, but again, I don't have time. A lot of it, I mean, we throw out dozens and dozens of this sort of stuff, but I just don't have time to muck around with it all. I only keep the best of the best, which is what you're seeing. I'm going to unsolder this suction accumulator and use that on my air compressor. You remember that, which I did videos on ages ago. And I use that to do my tyres. Works really good for pumping up car tire, 40 psi. And the hammer mill as well. Whoops, running out of battery. So, apologies if it cuts out on me. Slowly I'm going to be renovating this and actually welding some little bits of mild steel to the end, which will harden. I'm going to oil harden it as well. And hopefully that'll extend the life of this, make it perform a bit better, as it has significantly worn down after all that shell grit that I ran through it. But other than that, this thing works bloody brilliantly. It goes great guns. There's another part of it over there, the front case. But there'll be a video on that at some point. I can't guarantee when, but yeah. I've just got more hose and stuff for the fume extractor, because the fan for this thing is so bloody powerful. It's not oven exhaust. There's the impeller up there. It's so powerful, it actually loose things up. You get a little bit of hot solder or something go up there. This stuff, which I used to use, is actually vinyl, but I found out a while ago it was banned because it's flammable and start fires with it. So anyway, I'm going to leave this for now. Hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more things coming slowly. Thanks for watching, guys.